The year was 1943, 1 year and 10 months after the Americans joined the Allied forces in World War II, when Ceredo DiFatta convinced his mother to allow him to join the Navy. He was 17 years old.
I was 17, but I had to get my mother to sign for me. And she did.
His training on steering the Higgins boats started immediately in San Diego.
Well, I went to San Diego. The reason I got on these boats is another thing. I was only about 5'4", 130 pounds. It ran me through the submarine. So I had to go take the test through the submarine until I got to the tank. I can't go down there. And they said, okay, it's volunteer only. What do you like? I said, small boats. I didn't know the difference between a boat and a ship then. A destroyer is a ship. This is a boat. Now, I knew the difference then. But anyway, I went through the service with these boats.
At this point, Mr. DiFatta, using the models of the Higgins boats, gave a tour of the warcraft, which he spent 2.5 years on.
This is an LCM, landing craft mechanism. It carries a tank, bulldozer crane, and it has a 4-man crew on it, and it's all steel. It's 50 feet long, and it does carry 60 fully packed troops. And I was on this one. We invaded Treasury Island in the Pacific, in the Solomon Islands, in 1943, October 19. That was the invasion date.
And then this boat over here?
Now this is a LCVP, Landing Craft Mechanism Personnel. It carries 36 fully packed troops, a jeep, or 10 men. It has a 3-man crew on it. Coxswain, motor mech takes care of the motor, and the deckhand takes care of the ramps and all.
He then went on to talk about where he was stationed. The Solomon Islands in the South Pacific, only 275 miles from Japan, 2 degrees from the equator. As some may recall, the Pacific War pitted the Allies against Japan.
Well, my training in the Navy was in San Diego. I was there in July 1943. And then I went to New Caledonia, New Mare. Then I went to Guadalcanal. And from there I went on the invasion of Treasury Island.
And then, what was your most prominent memory from the war?
It had to be the invasion I was on. That was the only one I was on. Because after that we went from different islands. And all we do is unload ships all day long. So the Seabees, which we put them on the island, and they built tents, they built Quonset huts and all kind of stuff. That's what the islands look like.
Wow.
That's how we dressed. It was 2 degrees off the equator, so it was hot.
Really?
These poor guys from up north had a problem.
In September of 1945, he was sent home.
And everything stayed on the island. Equipment and everything. Very few things came back. What the reason is, I don't know. But they told us, pack up, the war's over, you're going home. This is September 1945. San Francisco. I'm one of the sailors. I'm the middle sailor.
That's what I thought.
I'm the middle sailor.
Handsome.
I was 20 once. Even had hair left. But that's September 1945, when they dropped that second bomb in August. Then Okinawa, that was the last island they hit before the Japs decided to quit. And they said Okinawa and Iwo Jima was the 2 worst islands for us. We lost a lot of men on those islands.
We ended the interview by taking a picture together. A photo that I will cherish forever.